Hey guys!
Alright guys, we're here today on Monday to do one of our famous double headers. Starting off with a Patreon request from this patron right here. Asked us to check out Black Forest Moonlight. Now, there's only two kinds of forests. Do you know which kind of forests those are?
Well, there's the Black Forest.
Definitely that's one of them. When I think of forest, I always think of a black forest. What other kind of forest do you think of? Or do you think of any at all?
I don't really think of forests that often. I don't really sit down on my couch and contemplate about different forests.
Okay, so let me just throw this at you. Whenever I hear the word forest, not two words, but two types of forest come to mind. One is black forest. Scary, black forest. The other one...
Isn't that the one in Germany? It's called the Black Forest.
I think there is one.
Yeah.
But the other one is the forest that weeps.
Oh.
A little bit of a Winter Sun reference, if you know what I'm saying. All right, now that I got that out of my chest,
Wow, Winter Sun.
I just want to throw Winter Sun a bone.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do. All right, now that I got that off my chest, are you ready to check out this video? It's a lyric video. All right, let's do this. I have a lot of things to say,
I
but I want you to go first.
Oh, I was gonna say I wanted you to go first.
I think if I go first, I'm going to ruin it because I'm not going to give you a chance to talk because I got a lot of things to say. I
Okay.
kind of want to hear
The
your
one thing-
opinion first, and then I can go, and then we can.
When it comes to the video, I didn't like how I couldn't see the lyrics.
I was going to say that too. I mean, if you're going to do a lyric video, the lyrics have to be like readable.
Yeah,
I mean, you need a freaking like
microscope
to just
read
freaking
that.
read the lyrics. I mean, like, whose idea was this to create a lyric video where the lyrics are unreadable? Like, make it.
Might as well just not have the lyrics and have it just be like the
just
picture.
the picture with the audio. Having the lyrics
Exactly.
there or not having the lyrics there
It makes no difference.
No difference whatsoever.
It just gives you you're just disappointed that you can't really actually read the
I'd rather
lyrics.
just have the picture and the sound.
Yeah.
I couldn't read a single word from it. Like, you have to be like with your eyes glued on. Absolutely ridiculous. Like, that's absolutely ridiculous. That's like amateur hour.
Yeah.
I mean, even I think an amateur would realize that the lyrics are too freaking small. But anyways, I agree with you so far. So far, we're on the same page. Now,
And then you said Winter Sun on your way in to this, and
now you're going to say Winter Sun on your way out?
on the way out, I'm gonna say a little bit of Winter Sun that I got from this.
The picture reminded me a little bit more of Whispered.
Whispered, yeah, because of the cherry. blossom tree.
Yeah. So that reminded me a
Yeah.
little bit of Whispered. The sound has definitely there are some Winter Sun influences,
Especially from the
but let's
piano.
not. This song does not deserve to be in the same sentence as Winter Sun. All right, there are some Winter Sun influences, but it doesn't deserve to be on the same sentence as Winter Sun. Now, before I go, is there anything else you wanna? Did you like it? You didn't like it?
Well,
Like,
no, I like the song. I mean, the song, it kind of, since you said Winter Sun, I was very happy that it kind of, we haven't done a Winter Sun song on this channel in so long. So anything that we can do on the channel that kind of reminds me of Winter Sun, makes me a little bit happy. So obviously I'm a little bit biased now. But I didn't hate the song. I mean, the way that we're going into this segment here, it sounded like you really didn't like the song. But for me, I was enjoying the song. I was enjoying the double pedaling of the drums when it kind of picked up a bit in speed. The piano I was enjoying throughout the whole song. It was kind of going really, really fast and very, very melodic.
I hate to be the Debbie Downer here, but the drums sounded to me like they were programmed. It didn't sound to me like there was an actual drummer playing. It sounded to me like they were programmed. Same thing could be said for the keyboards. I don't think they have a keyboard player.
They're very over the top.
And they're very over the top as far as the mix is concerned. So this is where I'm going to go here and be the Debbie Downer and bring things down to earth. First of all, we already addressed the lyric video. So let's not kick them while they're down because we already addressed that. Moving on to the sound. First thing I'm going to say is the positives. I love the vocals. I think the vocals have a little bit of yachty in it.
Yeah.
It really matches the sound. It matches the vibe of the song. It's raspy, it's aggressive, but not overly aggressive. You can
Very
still understand
melodic.
what he's saying. It fits perfectly with the tempo of the track. Really love the vocals. Now, once you get into the sound, even before we talk about the mixing, I feel like the drums are programmed drums. I don't feel like that is actually a drummer playing. It feels to me like it's programmed drums. Same thing could be said for the keyboards. It just comes across
Too over the top.
Yeah, it doesn't have that organic feel that you normally get when there's an actual guy playing the keyboards. I mean, Winter Sun doesn't have an actual guy playing the keyboard, so it's not a knock per se. But once you start adding too many programmable items into the mix, the song starts to. It becomes more noticeable, and the song kind of loses a little bit of its allure because then you're listening to a song that was made by a computer basically at that point, and that to me. It doesn't rub me the wrong way, but I'm like, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan. When you start throwing in too many things, it takes away from the reality of the song. Then it's not like it's not a band playing anymore. It's like one guy programming everything on his laptop, right? So the drums, they felt fake to me. They didn't sound like they had the right sound. Like there was a guy playing. That's just my perspective. The keyboards, I can live with that because, like I said, there's a lot of bands
that
do that. So I
but
can.
Drums, not so many.
But drums, to me, it's an important factor. So the drums, not so much. Now, when you put the whole thing together, I felt that the keyboards were too much in the forefront and everything else was too much behind it. So the keyboards, the melodies of the keyboards and stuff, they're taking over the whole song. Like they are the song.
Yeah.
The vocals are behind it. The drums are really hidden. Even the guitars are hidden. So to me, for this song to work, regardless of programming stuff or not, for this song to really be a true a true nod of the cap, if you will, to Winter Sun, in my opinion, the mix had to be better. The vocals had to be more in the forefront. For sure, the drums and the guitars had to be more in the forefront. And then the vocals, and then have the keyboards, the melodies, almost as a fragrance, as an atmospheric element in the backdrop.
I did like how some,
but not in the forefront.
I did like how sometimes it came in the forefront. Like only some portions I liked it when it came in the forefront, but sometimes I was kind of wishing everything else would kind of.
There's moments of the track where the keyboards can push forward,
and
but then
it
they
sounds
need to,
really nice.
Yeah, but then they need to move back. But otherwise, all I was listening
was
keyboards. And then I the same way the lyrics were far away, the same way the
Everything
guitars
else.
and the drums and the vocals, everything was like
Maybe it was planned.
in the back of the bus.
Yeah.
They were all in the back of the bus. You know what I mean? And it was not a short bus. It was a really long, extended bus. So you could barely hear them. They were like far away in the distance. And to me, that takes away from the song. Like, you have to have the guitars and the drums laying the path, like laying the road. And the vocals come on top of that. Or you could have the vocals a little bit behind. That's still fine. But then the keyboards have to be a fragrance that just adds to the melodies and the harmonies that the song has to offer. Not have the keyboards at the front so loud that everything else is... There were certain portions of the song I could barely hear the drums.
That's true.
And the same could go for the guitars.
I think I mostly heard the drums in the parts where it had the double pedaling and it kind of picked up the
some
song
heavier moments you could feel them a little bit more.
Which I really liked.
But I overall, all the elements are there. To me, the mixing has to be a little bit better. You need to allow those elements.
So you could look over the drums and the keyboard if the mixing were better.
If the mixing were better, you can look
I
don't think you can get away with it, but I think you're getting close to it.
Yeah,
you're getting close to it. You're getting close to a song that starts to check most of the boxes, if you will. I like the track. The tools are there. The elements are there, but to me, when you're creating a song like this, and I think everybody that listens to this track, the first thing that's going to come to their mind is Winter Sun. Let's face the facts. I think that's a given. You have to create a song that has a little bit more substance. That it's not like Wham Bam Thank You Ma'am. Like you listen to it once and you walk away. That's kind of sounding like Winter Sun. It's you have to start developing your own signature, your own DNA, your own style, your own approach, right? I don't mind you taking some of those influences, but you have to put a better package together that makes people say, wow, they kind of sound like Winter Sun, but I would like to check some more of them or see what else they're going to offer or where they're going to go from here, that kind of stuff. So there's a fine line. You know, it's that thing, hey, do you want to listen to this band that I just discovered? They sound just like Iron Maiden. And then the other guy says, if I want to listen to Iron Maiden, I'll go listen to Iron Maiden. Why would I listen to somebody who sounds like Iron Maiden when I can listen to Iron Maiden?
Yeah.
So to me, that there's a fine line that you have to walk. If the mix was a little bit better, it would intrigue me to the point where I would say, wow, I wonder what other songs they have. What else do they have to offer? But the mixing kind of hurts this track a little bit. It makes it too symphonic and it hides everything else.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling, the drums to me, if the drums are programmed, I know a lot of people do that stuff now and whatever, to each his own. For me, I like the music. For me, needs to be organic. I need to feel like there's people putting their emotions behind it.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I don't really follow pop music that much, because I don't connect with it. Somebody else wrote the music, somebody else wrote the lyrics, and then one person sings it. Like, there's no emotional attachment to the music because they didn't do anything. They're just there performing it. So I have a hard time really falling in love with things like that. You know, because it just doesn't feel organic. It doesn't feel like it's something that comes from everybody and everybody poured their heart and soul into it. So that's my take. But the tools are there. Yeah. It's not a bad song. The tools are there.
Everything's there.
I just think they need to refine it a little bit. And if you're gonna do a lyric video, make the lyrics fit the freaking video. Seriously.
I was a little bit disappointed. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little bit blue
balls. But I did enjoy myself.
Yeah, it's a good track.
It just has some faults.
And it reminded me of Winter Sun, so that's not necessarily a bad thing. I enjoyed the track.
I think that's what got me. That's probably what made me put the track a little bit higher, was the fact that it sounded a lot like Winter Sun.
Yeah, it sounded a little bit like Winter Sun. All right, guys, this is it for this first video song. But don't go anywhere. There's another one coming right after. See you guys.
See ya.